Hello and Merry Christmas! This is the Las Vegas Filipino Resource Guide here on PHLB Radio. My name is Gilbert Glorioso and I'm your host. I'll introduce you to my business partners, Bernie Benito and Lonnie Andal.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey. Hi, good evening.
Good evening. Yeah.
Well, looks like you're in the spirit of Christmas, Gilbert.
Yes, as you can see, this lovely house that's in my background right here, Yeah, this is taken in my neighborhood, and this house that's in my neighborhood always does the different seasons. So I should have showed Halloween, Thanksgiving, but I'm showing you Christmas, so this is the best part. So yeah. So what do you guys have? You guys have your lights up already? I have the Christmas tree at the house, but no presents yet.
It's probably in my 40th box. As you could see, I've moved and I'm still trying to put things away. So I have about 8 boxes that are Christmas boxes. So at least I'll unpack these.
So this weekend we're gonna go and put that Christmas tree up.
Yeah.
Okay. Tito Bernie, are you ready for Christmas? Tito Bernie.
Yes, of course. Yes, I put up one light at the foyer, so Christmas is ready.
One light? Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Mistletoe. You put the mistletoe.
Yeah, he put the mistletoe for sure. Cool. All right, so yes, this is Las Vegas Filipino Resource Guide radio show. I'll go ahead and have you introduce our guest for tonight.
Of course, ladies and gentlemen, it's a pleasure for us, for the Las Vegas Filipino Resource Guide, to have one of our valued advertisers with the Las Vegas Filipino Resource Guide, the Sunrise Travel and Tours, with Esperanza, or they call her Epi Cruz, owns this travel agency, and she will explain further about what the business is all about and how they can help us travel all around the world. Epi?
Hi, good evening.
Hi, good Epi. Yes. And yourself, what do you do? What is this Sunrise Travel and Tours all about?
Okay. Yeah, I just want to say that I started being a travel agent since 1977. And I put up my own business, luckily, in Las Vegas in 1999. So far, almost 2 decades. And proud to say that really I'm happy to serve our Filipino community with regards to travel business around the world. We're doing like cruises, Europe tour, religious tour, and especially, the tickets going to the Philippines, we're trying to sell on a lower possible rate.
Yeah, and Epi, you're a consolidator, right? Consolidator?
Yes. Proud to say we are the only Filipino travel agency who is a consolidator of foreign airlines here in Las Vegas.
Yeah. So, what's the difference between a regular travel, travel agent to a consolidator?
Okay. Being a consolidator, then we are getting the low fare from the airline, directly from the airline, and we can issue the ticket right away to the buying passengers. So we are the one who the ticket for them.
So in other words, a little bit cheaper, right? A little bit cheaper than the regular travel agency that sells tickets, right? Right, that's good. So now you used to be at West Sahara, and you moved to So, Maryland Parkway, is that what it is, right?
Very
Maryland Park.
important.
Yeah.
Yes, Maryland Parkway, 2770 South Maryland Park. Yeah.
Yes.
So what can you explain more about different airlines? What do they get from? What are the difference between Korean Airlines, Philippine Airlines, and the other airlines that you offer?
Our requirements. Travel.
Yeah.
Yeah, before the pandemic, it's really good to fly with Korean Airlines because the Korean Airlines is the only airlines coming from Las Vegas directly to Seoul and then Manila. But now with this pandemic, all the airlines is via Los Angeles. So for now, even though we are the consolidator of Korean Airlines, we are now selling most is Philippine Airlines because the Philippine Airlines is the only airlines that you can go one time with one-time swab testing in Manila. Because some airlines you have to do twice. You have to do swab testing to Manila, and then coming from Manila you have to do testing again. So it's only Philippine Airlines and all Nippon Airlines do the one testing only. So we're selling Philippine Airlines most of the time right now.
Okay. When you buy the tickets from here, from United States, what are the requirements before you can board an airline going to Manila?
The only now the Balikbayan program is luckily is already we're enjoying the Balikbayan program as long as you have the proof of that you are a previous Filipino citizen. So the only requirement is your U.S. passport, your birth certificate, or an old expired Philippine passport.
So that's it. What about the pre-testing, COVID testing, and all that? You don't have to have.
Done in Manila for 4,500 pesos, and it will only take like 6 hours up to 16 hours to wait for the result. Then you can go to your home destination. You have to stay overnight in the hotel at least one night to wait for your result.
So for now, with this kind of requirements that they require, yeah, this is still a little bit of hassle. Am I right? Because you get into the airlines, and then when you get to the of entry, you have to undergo those kind of testing, right?
Yeah, it's really a hassle, but being here, we always service our passenger that we have to fill up their form,
Okay.
the pre-form registration, the trace, the Red Cross form. We are here always to to service our passengers to do everything in the hotel. So not unlike the OT, the online booking, nobody helps our passenger, our Filipino community. So that's why I'm trying to ask our community to please get ticket from us, so at least we are here to to give all the information, all the necessary documents and everything.
Of course, we are going to endorse you because you are one of our advertisers, and that is one of the benefits of being an advertiser in the Las Vegas Filipino Resource Guide. And also, I'd like to ask you now, coming back to just like what you said, they have to undergo another testing. What's that for?
That is if you are going to take EVA Air, Korean Airlines, Cathay Pacific, China, you have to do another test before departure in Manila. Because like Korean Airlines, you have to do 48 hours before departure in Manila because that is the requirement of Korean government. That you have to have testing result 48 hours prior your departure in Manila. So when you get Philippines, that is the requirement of Philippine government that you have to take swab testing when you get in Manila. And while coming back, when you are with Korean Airlines, that is the requirement of Korean government to have us result for prior to your departure in Manila. So you are doing twice. So before going and coming out of Manila.
And you have to pay for that, right? You
Have to pay both, yeah.
Wow. Wow. So it's a lot of expenses from. And what is the average airline tickets now? How much is the fare?
Now it's just like from 800 to 1500.
That's economy, right? Economy.
Yeah.
Economy. So wow, that's a lot. You know, that's a lot of hassle still to the passengers. But of course, they're so thankful that they open up the Philippines through to the foreigners, like the former Filipinos. Now they can go back to the Philippines without having to apply for a dual citizen, which is also a lot of us. The consulate that they were because of the application for dual citizen. That's the thing that happens. So anyway, what else? What other tours do you service? Is it all around the world?
Yes, the tour. But now I don't have cruise line yet. I don't have any booking yet. So hopefully, when we have the vaccine, hopefully by next year, I can do more cruises and Europe tours.
So in a way, these things that the airlines themselves. How I mean, I haven't traveled for a long time. That's why I'm kind of new to this kind of system. Boarding the airlines, going to your own destinations, and all that. So, what else do they need? What the specifics that the traveling individuals? What do they need to do before preparing for travel? What do they really need to do? Just for them to expedite their travel.
Yeah, I suggest do the swab testing here in Vegas. At least you have peace of mind that you are negative. So when you arrive in Manila to have the testing, then you have peace of mind that you are negative because some people when they arrive in Manila they are positive. So you have to stay in the hotel for 14 days, and if it is worse, you have to be hospitalized. So I advise the but anyway, we have a pre-testing here in Vegas, so try to do the swab testing before going to fly.
So, oh my goodness, there's really a lot of. It's not really easy to go back then. But anyway, you service what airlines do you service? What kind of airlines? European, Philippines, Asian. What other airlines that you have?
All airlines like Asiana, Cathay Pacific, all airlines. We are selling all airlines.
So it's better for the for the traveling people to get in touch with the travel agents, right? Rather than going online.
The documentation and everything.
Well, I don't know why not Gilbert used to travel. Gilbert, you used to go to the Philippines. When was the last time you traveled there?
2 years ago.
2 years ago? And you got a ticket to online?
No, I got it from Sunrise Travel.
Oh, okay. Okay, so you're good. Patronize our own.
Exactly.
Know that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
And then hopefully in the near future we can go soon.
You remember that?
Yeah.
Well, Epi's been with us since 2014. I was just discussing with her before we went on air. She was the back cover to our Independence at Texas Station, Bernie, remember? She was our advertiser when we did the Independence, Philippine Independence.
Yeah, that's right.
She was our back page.
Yeah, that's when we started the gala for the Philippine Independence Day.
Exactly. So she's been with us for years.
And she, Korean Airline was the one for the free round trip ticket. Am I right, Epi?
Yes.
Right? Yes, yeah. See, Lani is still like, Lani is still a young.
Well, the thing is, people know that our directory is going into its third publication, but the people that we are advertising, they are people we've known for years, and we're just giving them a vehicle through our resource guide of the business that they have, what they have to offer, not only just in the Philippine community, but there are a lot of Americans who travel to other countries too. So now they'll know that they can tap into Sunrise Travel as the travel agency to give them a great package to go to the Philippines or Korea or areas in Asia, because that's their expertise.
Yep.
And so I think it would benefit them.
Yes, really. That's why it's really important that our community needs to know about how to travel. Most of them, because they want to have a good discount out of that airline tickets, they get it from online, but they don't really know the ramifications of having an online ticket, especially now that they needed some assistance.
Exactly.
How to be facilitated with regards to this kind of requirements that this government are implementing, and
I'd rather talk to a real person at a travel agency than if you book your own. You can't get a hold of a live person to change your flight, or especially now with the COVID, you need to speak to a person to keep you updated.
Right.
Cool.
And she's a travel expert. Then you benefit by her expertise and her discounts and knowing what she can offer in this particular time. This is very, every day it changes. The requirements may change. The necessity for additional protective insurance or something, because you're traveling not on the usual circumstance.
Yeah, and Epi, I'd like to ask you about this, the time frame, a passport. Accordingly, you need to have a 6 months prior to the expiration before you can board the airline?
Yeah, before it was, but now they waived it. So as long as your passport is valid, then you can travel.
So regardless if whether it is still 2 months or 3 months before, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
as long
As I was explaining to other people before, why do they need to require a 6 months period for them to travel? When in fact it says so passport supposedly, if it is valid, it is valid. If it's not yet expired, then you can still use it.
Yeah, that is waived to Manila. But then, if people wanted to go to, like when you are in Manila and they wanted to visit Hong Kong, Bangkok, or Singapore, or any Asian countries, their passports will be valid at least 6 months. But if it is only from Las Vegas or LAX to Manila, there's no 6 months needed. It can be as long as it is valid.
So is that more political than necessary? I mean, to go to the other countries, it's their rule that you have to have a 6 month
It's their rule.
passport. So it's more political at their end. I mean, people from Vegas just want to go home, especially around Christmas time.
Yeah, if it is only Manila, there's no problem.
I see. Okay. Another question. There's a federal mandate that all IDs and driver's
Do you
license.
do internal traveling as well? I just lost her. I'm here.
Okay. Yeah, this is for Epi. Hi, Epi.
Yeah.
Yeah, there. Okay. This one. There's a federal mandate that by next year, all IDs and driver's licenses, it has to be that star.
Yeah.
Are you aware of that? That by
Yes.
October next year, everyone have to have that one before they can board an airline.
Yes. So it's not the regular license, it's the real ID. It still be the real ID.
So, what about you guys, Lani and Gilbert? And do you have your driver's license with a star already?
Nope,
Mine has
not yet.
a star.
I don't. No, not me. I gotta get
Mine
it
has a
soon.
star. But
How
I have
about
to
you?
change it anyway, the address.
Okay.
Yeah, I gotta change my address anyway.
Yeah, because
But I can do it online.
yeah, there's a lot. We really need to inform the public also about this matter, because some people might not know it. That by next year, October, before you can board an airline, you have to have that star on your ID or the driver's license. So this is
Right.
one of of the requirements that we have. And another thing, what am I trying to ask you? On the is there any other requirements going abroad, or any other like Europe, like South America, other than Asia? Is there any? Do you know of any requirements or any?
Well, so far, no, just passport and ticket to Europe, especially if you are a U.S. citizen. If it is like Filipino, then you have to secure visa going to Europe.
I see. So, one more. If a traveling family, do they get a discount if if the whole family travel? Do they get a discount from you?
That's from coming from the agency, not from the airline, because it's just like an individual passenger still. The group is like sometimes it will be 20, but then it depends if the airline will give the free ticket for a +1. So yeah, that will be coming from us, from the travel agency, the discount.
I see. You know how it is. The Filipinos, they love discounts.
Oh yeah.
Typical customers. Always
Yeah.
want. My goodness. So, what else? What else can you tell us about your travel agency?
Yeah, we're always here for the service of the Filipino people. So that's our passion, is to give services. We are not that for commission or something, but our service is our business.
Right.
Yeah.
And it's a family business, right? Your sons are with you.
Yeah.
That's your legacy. That's something to be very proud of.
Yeah.
Especially technologies.
Yeah, companies open up and they have nothing but strangers. You have a vested interest in your business because it is your family. We have that with Shelter. Shelter, we have Shelter insurance, and I like dealing with them because it's the whole family. Makes a difference. People are more caring because it is their business. It's their family. So are your doors still open, Epi? I mean, can someone come in and make reservations, or is everything still online or on the phone with you?
Yeah, our office is like 24/7 because when we leave our office, I have to forward my,
Forward. Okay, so you're accessible.
yeah, actually, yeah, anytime.
Now, what kind of internal vacationings do you do? You know, trips to San Francisco, New York, Chicago. Do you still handle those as well,
No, not really. We always do international.
or international? And so I gather you do a lot of European trips as well, or are those doors closed right now?
Yes. Before pandemic, we do have like probably like 10 groups in a year. We do the medical mission to the Philippines
Right.
and cruises. We always have a group, Filipino group doing cruises.
What about Alberta?
Yeah, that will be-
So,
Talk about it.
the insurance, the traveling insurance, do you
yeah, we do
offer,
travel. We
like
offer.
people going to the Philippines, going to other countries, that supposedly they have medical insurance to go along with them. Do you
Yes,
offer that?
We always offer the travel insurance for the peace of mind. So we are selling insurance, travel insurance. That's covered medical, and a lot of is covered like repatriation and everything.
So are the trips now due to the COVID limited for how long you could stay in the Philippines?
You mean the insurance?
No, when you make a trip to the Philippines, do you have to just be limited to how much time you spend before you
no.
can come back home, or
No limitation. Being bayan, we are allowed to stay less than a year. So
Okay. because I'm just thinking if someone went back home and unfortunately got sick, how would their ticket change for them? They'd have to wait 14 days till they got better, and maybe a few more days to make sure that they're not walking on the plane making everybody sick. So if they have up to a year, at least they can stay, and if they get ill, they can wait until a better time. Do they get penalized on their ticket fare if they have to take it
one-time
another time?
labor. There's
Oh,
a
it's a
one-time
one-time.
to do
Oh.
that.
Very good. Because again, and with the health insurance, it's important because you don't want to be home, get sick, and then it's like, what medical are you going to get? Especially now, you really do need the medical.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, yeah. So how's the business? How's the trend? Is it picking up, or now that they open up the Philippines for everyone?
Not
Is it-
really. Probably I can say it's like 35%.
Okay.
Yeah, it's really still low.
Pandemic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Yeah, that's one thing with this pandemic. There's a lot of skepticism. Paranoias, phobia. So
really, people are scared still to fly.
Yes, yes.
yes.
I mean, I don't do a lot of flying on a good day because I don't like being up in the plane. So, but right now I could see the stress of a lot of people wanting to go home. But then if you get sick, or when you walk off the plane, you find out that you became sick, you have no visit with the family that you planned to be with. So there's too many obstacles in the way that could be very stressful for anyone.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Coming home. How many people or trips have you done, like say in the past couple of weeks? Has anyone been going home or making arrangements to go home?
This December, I think was December 10. I think I had like 20 tickets already.
Oh, that's nice.
But some people are going in March, in
Okay.
February, in January. So not before the pandemic, this December. Oh my God, it's really like
Yeah.
a lot of people is going home.
Yeah.
Mm-mm.
Well, what will happen is as it lifts up the COVID, people will make Christmas when they get there. If they can't get back now, they'll do it in March. It'll be like a homecoming.
Mm-hmm.
As long as you're able to get back, it doesn't matter what month you travel.
Yeah. You know that what we offer now to our Las Vegas Filipino Resource Guide EP is that we have expanded the services that we have. We now have the website. Well, that is already included, actually. Now, the digital thing. Can you explain that further, Lani, about the digital ads that
Well,
we
what's
have?
so good about, everything is basically internet. And what we're proposing, it's still in the work stage. We're just fine tuning it now. Johan is the creator of our webpage. Is that not only can they look at the page as an advertiser, but we're going to interact it so they can click onto your website from our website and instantly get hooked into you, which is a great thing because they don't have to close the website, and then search it on the bar. They could just click and boom, they're there. So that's going to be a big plus because we want people to go on our site and use their directory, but be linked at the same time. So that'll be very beneficial. And we want to be able to post, like say if this wasn't COVID, we want to be able to post your specials. So when they click on your icon, they see your special for that date. They see the weekend or whatever it is, like you say, the cruise, there's a special on that. So they're like, oh, the people get interested for the moment, but if they have to shuffle around, close the window, go to another window, the phone rings, something happens. So now all the links to the addresses would be right on your icon of how they find out more information. And then it links straight to them. So we're going to do like as if we were calling you directly. We just press on your QR, your link, and boom, they're linked up. It saves them time and it keeps their interest going because the connection's that much sooner.
Wow,
So
that's
those are the things we're proposing. And then we're going to extend our information about doing stories. And I'm, hoping to do this after the first of the year. I don't want people just to know your business. I want them to know you, how you got in the business, how, what was your reasons? Because everyone didn't start out, just boom. One day they wake up in their travel agency. There must have been some things that you did before, just like we found out with several of our advertisers. They were in completely different vocations, different lines of work, and then they come to that. Those stories are the ones that I'm going to be looking for because that's interesting to the person who's looking at your product, of how you came to be. I want people to get that attachment and that link to you, that human attachment, because people should be interested in what your background is. I'd like for them to understand how you came to be today. What did you do 20 years ago? That makes interesting reading, and that makes you less a stranger to them. So that's what we're going to be doing for 2021. We're expanding the advertisers' appearance on our pages, their background, their family, what they celebrate. And again, it widens our scope of all our viewers of knowing who we are. In business, who we are in the community. I think that link will make it more identifiable than, travel agency, boom. No, you're going to know who Epi is. You're going to know who her family is. And that'll bring that tie-in better. That's what we're going to be working on.
Yeah, and you can see that globally, anywhere you are. If you are, especially if you have this copy of ours, our directory. So, it's nice to have you with us, AP, but if you can say something more about your business, how they can approach you, how everything that just in case they need something else, they need some informations and how to get in with you, the people
Phone
who,
number and address.
yeah. Tell them about your new address.
Okay, so you can call us anytime 24/7. The telephone number is 702-889-2750, and we are located at 2770 Maryland Parkway, Suite 215, Las Vegas, Nevada 89109.
What's your cross street, or what shopping center are you in?
So we are located across Goldilocks and
Okay.
beside Nana's Gloria and KFC.
Yeah, where Tom Tagaka is, where the Uniwide
Thomas. Oh, the toll building. Okay.
is the
Four-story building.
Yes, the
I
toll
think
building.
that the Aragon was in that building at one time, but it's Tom. Tom's there.
Yes, Tom is there.
Yeah, Epi, just one question. How often does Philippine Airlines fly to Manila?
It is like 5 times a week. Yeah, 5 times a week.
From San Francisco, LA?
Yeah, actually it is like 7 days, but because they have Los Angeles to Manila and San Francisco to Manila. So the 2 days without LAX there is in San Francisco. So actually it's 7 days.
And a straight flight, right? A straight flight?
Non-stop flight from LAX from San Francisco to Manila.
And what time is it? What time does it leaves the mainland?
It leaves 8:40 p.m. in Los Angeles and arriving in Manila at 4 a.m. plus 2 days.
So days? How many flights a day? Just one?
For now, just 1 time a day. Before it was like twice a day, but then now 1 time a day. Just like 8:40 only departure.
So is there any difference between San Francisco, going to San Francisco to Manila and LA to Manila? Is there any difference in price range?
No, it's the same rate.
Oh, I see. What about the connecting flight?
We're using Delta and American Airlines from Las Vegas to connect with Philippine Airlines.
And that's included in the package, right? The whole
Yes.
ticket price.
And then when they check in with American or Delta Airlines in Vegas, the baggage is checked through Manila. So they don't have any hassle getting their baggage in Los Angeles.
Okay, all right. So straight from Las Vegas straight to Manila.
The baggage is straight to Manila.
Okay. Well, thank you so much, Epi, for your time, and we'll be glad to endorse you to our people. And someday, somehow, we'll meet again. We'll have you here again. And Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year to you.
And thank you. And thank you so much. Yeah, thank you so much for the chance to be in this radio. Thank you.
Thank you so much. All right, so if you want to go ahead and grab your copy of 2020, and since we're heading into 2021, the Las Vegas Filipino Resource Guide is a free resource guide. You can pick up at any of the seafood cities where there's a SIGA booth. That's a Senior Information Guidance Advocacy. Okay, so you can go ahead and head over to any of the seafood cities here in Las Vegas. And of course, you can call the station, PHLB Radio, 702-613-6433 is the number to call. If you want more information on how to become part of the Las Vegas Filipino Resource Guide for 2021, you can reach us at lasvegasfrg@gmail.com or head over to our website, that's lvfrg.com, and you can see the book that we have right now, and of course all the updated events of what's going on here in Vegas. Right now there's really nothing going on. We're just going to enjoy the rest of the year, and of course, if you, like I said, if you want to go ahead and get more information on becoming part of the resource guide, go ahead and head over to lvfrg.com or even call us here at the station. We can direct you there. The main number over there at Las Vegas Filipino Resource Guide is 702-944-7620. Okay, once again, this is...
Yeah, and on behalf of Las Vegas Filipino Resource Guide, we would like to extend our condolence to one of our beloved community leader, Joe Tenyo, who just passed away.
Yes.
Yes.
Our
Yes.
prayers go out to his family. Joe's
Yes.
been an activist, and he's been. It's funny because I still have his T-shirts. Remember when he was running for office, and I posted a picture of Joe, myself, and Ronald on Facebook because he was there for my 2014 installation as Phil-Am president, Lions.
Wow.
And
Yeah, we will miss him a lot. Okay, thank you so much.
All right. Well, thank you so much. Once again, thank you so much, business partners, Tito Bernie, Benito, and Manny Andal. Thank you so much. Once again, this is the Las Vegas Filipino Resource Guide radio show every Thursday, 6 p.m. Las Vegas time here on PHLV Radio. Take care for now. Thank you so much. Merry Christmas.
Bye, Jeffy.
All right.
Good night, Johan.